Hello.
Hey guys, Tiffany Thiessen and
Brady
my
Smith.
cute husband,
Aw,
Brady Smith.
you.
We are here actually going to be doing a live signing for our new children's book, You're Missing It, with Penguin Random House.
Available right now for sale at
Yes.
premiercollectibles.com
Yeah, so
/missing.
that's right. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
You're so good.
I have my moments.
So we got a lot of books here, and we're gonna sign away.
Yep, and answer questions.
Some questions that you guys might have that'll pop up on this little screen right here.
Well, honey.
What? You got a
The
question?
questions
We got a
pop-
question.
What?
We got a question.
You said it, and it's right.
Yeah, let me see.
First question
What is it?
by Joshua in Kernsville, North Carolina.
Oh,
We
love me some North Carolina.
What inspired this story? Was it something personal or just an observation? I can answer this. She's on her phone all the time.
Yeah, let's tell the
So I went
real
to her
truth,
and I was like,
honey.
listen, hon, it's time to put the phone down and connect. Unplug, if you will.
Oh, jeez.
It's not true at all.
No, it's not.
I am the dude who was on the phone. I was doing the old one-armed push, looking at the phone with the other. Holt, our son, who's 3, was on the swing. And my wife yelled at me from the kitchen window across the yard.
What did I yell?
She actually yelled, "You're missing it," hence the title of the book.
Yes.
That's how smart she is. Things that she yells at me becomes books. So, Joshua, I hope that answered your question. And my wife didn't remember too much and get mad at me again.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely a story that's for you, by the way. A story that is very much at the forefront of our kind of society right now. We're living in a very modern, fast kind of time, and I got it. I think
It's relevant.
It is. I mean, but I think we all struggle a little bit of the balance of it all, trying to get it all done. We're all working and raising kids, and I think it was very much a topic that we had talked about. So when the idea sparked in his head, I thought, yeah, we should do this. Mm-hmm. And there we go.
And here we are.
Okay, I'm going to keep signing. You want to?
Next question by Tyler in Roanoke, Virginia.
Virginia.
Man, I'm so glad I pronounced that right. In Oneoke.
Do you think you're going to get them all right?
No, I'm just happy I got one. What inspired you to write this book?
Oh.
Funny enough, I was pushing Holt one-handed looking at my phone,
We've already
and
told
my
that
wife
story.
opened the kitchen window and shouted, "You're missing."
Well,
That's a good question,
we can
Tyler.
also say we can also say that we've always wanted to do a book. Brady's mother was a school librarian, and
Can I interrupt and just show how big my wife writes her name and how small?
Really? You think it's that
You
big?
took it like.
Sorry. All right, I'll give you more room.
No, I'm teasing. I love it. Your name should be
Alright.
bigger. Next question.
Well, no. Talk about your mom. This will be
Yes,
super
my
sweet.
mom was a elementary school librarian, and with my artistic ability, she always dreamed that I would write a children's book. And Tiff and I, for years, had tried to come up with something that we thought was valid and worthy and would be teach a lesson, and
Yeah.
we didn't have that for a long time. And then, again,
I just want you to see how much smaller I did.
yep,
You got that?
I do.
I went much smaller this time.
And I did not. There you go. But
Oh,
next,
so funny.
that's the
Yeah, we're doing the
Renee.
next one.
Farmington.
Farmington Hills, Michigan. All right, did your kids, Harper and Holt, give you any input while writing or doing the illustrations for the book? Were they excited about it? Yes. I mean, they were definitely excited about it. Harper understands it more just because Holt's still little.
Yeah.
We got one critique when the hard copy came in, when she actually read it in its entirety. And she was like, "That's great. Mommy, Dad, it's beautiful. Daddy, you did great artwork. Why is Holt in it, and why am I not in it?" And we were like, "Ruh-roh."
Well, we
next
said you
book.
are in it.
Next
Your
book.
name's in it. We
Your name's in
dedicated
it. I
to
know.
you.
That's what you said. I was like, I knew that was going to work.
Next book is a female protagonist. Throwing that out there.
Yeah. But no, they're super, super excited. I think, just like us, anything that, you work hard at and you see the finished product, you're always pretty excited about it. So
When we first got the real book in the mail,
he smelled it.
I smelled it because it was real. a lot of work went into this and a lot of
Yes,
time,
it
and
did.
it was amazing to finally see it and see how it turned out. And
I like
I will
this
speak for
question.
both of us that we could not be prouder with how
Agree.
it turned out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, without sounding like we're tooting our horn, it's colorful and vibrant and beautiful, and it smells good. It smells good too.
Make sure you smell it when you get your copy. All right, I like this. Actually, I really like this question from Melissa from Alpharetta, Georgia. Hi there. Hi.
Hi, Melissa.
What is one tip you can give to maintain balance with work, kids, and life in general? Well,
I'll handle the life in general part.
right. Okay. I'm going to first say we're always trying to perfect the balance of it all. I don't think there is such a thing, but we definitely strive to do the best we can, hence the idea for the book. I do know that this came about, and it was a topic that we talked about a lot. You know, we grew up in a time where we weren't watching TV during dinner time, and there was no iPads, and there was no phones, and we've kept that tradition in our own home, where dinner time is dinner time. It's our time to connect, and we play music sometimes.
Talk about what happened that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
but we
electronics.
try to really limit the electronics to a small amount, and we're lucky that we have two kids that actually love being outside and climbing trees and picking up snails, as much as mommy may not like that part. But you know, like getting dirty and being adventurous and you know, being a kid and doing all that. And that's how I remember childhood, having grass stains and dirt under my nails and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Next question is Brett from East Peoria, Illinois. How's
you say that right?
Peoria? I think
Yeah,
I
I
said
think so.
Peoria. Yeah. Brett asked, how many times did Tiffany have to tell Brady, no, we cannot say that in a children's book? Brett, great question. It's our daily life. Oh, that's funny.
You already signed that one, baby. I'll sign this one.
You know what? I will say this. We are obviously silly and have fun, but we are very cautious and conscientious about what we say around our children, especially pronouncing words with lots of syllables. We're careful with what we say around our kids, and I didn't, you know, as silly as we are, the children's book is something very special, and we want to mess around with it. We want it.
I hope that's what they were asking. Is that what they were asking?
Me too.
How many times did Tiffany have to tell
No,
Brady?
we cannot
no?
say that in a children's book.
Yeah.
I think I answered the question.
They must follow you, and they must know your humor for that question.
Next
All right,
question
let's
is
see.
right there. Thank you, Brett.
Tiffany, I know you love to cook. What is your go-to meal to fix for your family? Oh, wow. That's cool.
Can I interrupt and say I think it's weird you're not asking me this?
Because people know that you don't cook, honey. He does great dishes, though.
And grilled cheeses.
By the way, these books, we want to mention again, premiercollectibles.com/missing.
You can
the ones
buy
that we're
these
signing
books right now that we're
Yeah.
signing at
Yeah.
premiercollectibles.com/missing.
Hey, babe.
Yep.
I just said it, just so you know.
I know.
Okay. What I like to cook? Well, honestly, we actually do a little meal plan either Sunday or Monday morning. And
For
my
the
daughter
week.
for the week, and my daughter likes to really pitch in and tell me what she wants on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that kind of thing. And then we shop and prep it all and do it. But that being that she's older, she's much more involved with what we're having for dinners, and she likes to cook with me a lot of the times. So does Holt. So it's hard to pick one thing. Some favorites I could say for sure.
Enchiladas.
Yeah, you like
Short rib.
enchiladas.
Other stuff that I can't pronounce. What's that one that you made that was so good?
I'm going to remember that by you just saying, "You're that one you made." I make a million things.
That is true. Next question. There is no name, so it's just a question.
They want to be anonymous.
Okay.
They want to be.
I am always
Secretive.
looking for suggestions for things to do with my family. I have young kids and wondered what your favorite activities are to do as a family.
Yeah.
Good question. We have a
Well,
bunch.
We have a bunch. Scavenger hunts are something we love to do on the
I'll draw a
weekends.
little scavenger hunt for indoors and outdoors,
Which is
and
super,
the kids
super
can run
fun.
around and check it off.
Yep.
It's fun.
Yep.
We love to ride bikes.
We ride bikes, we play Legos, we color a ton, we read, we cook, we bake, we dance.
Sometimes the kids don't want to leave the yard, you
Yeah.
know, so you have to be creative of stuff. I mean, planting seeds,
Yeah, we do a lot of
a
gardening
lot of stuff.
as well.
We have 7 chickens, so
we have chickens.
gathering eggs.
Yep.
Trying not to drop the eggs. I speak for myself.
Yep,
Good question, though.
I love it, yeah.
Next one is that one.
How is it collaborating with your husband on this project? All smiles? Haha.
Actually-
you must be a married person.
It was. She told me this when we were walking in here, and she said that it was probably the best creative experience of her life.
Oh my gosh.
She thought it was just second by second amazing, especially getting to really get inside my artistic mind and see the way
Because
that I
that's
see
not
things.
a scary place.
She,
Just kidding.
that was fun.
No, it was super fun, but I
yeah,
have to
bounced
say,
ideas off. It was
you know, to
great.
be totally honest, a children's book, you know, it was mostly my husband. This is all, it's very, the illustrations is what took the most time, and I don't illustrate. I can color really good inside the lines.
You are a good colorer.
I am a good colorer. But
It's the whole line thing, though. She's that type of personality where she is like, I'm staying in the line.
that is very true. I'm very type A.
Where I don't like lines. Like I try to avoid lines. You need to sign up.
Yes, I know, baby. But like I said, it was definitely super fun, but a lot of it was more you in your studio.
I'd ask her like,
drawing.
you know, little questions as far as like hairdos for the characters. I mean, you know, I would
Colors,
tape different
too.
and colors
Yeah.
of trees and stuff. I mean, we'd always get each other's opinion because
for
we
sure.
love and appreciate each other's opinion. How sweet
That's
was
what,
that?
and
That was pretty
everybody
sweet.
right now going, ah.
By the way, these books are available at premiercollectibles.com/you're missing.
Okay.
Have I said that yet?
You have said it 3 times now, and I don't even know how long we've been doing this yet.
Next question is, Tiffany, what is your favorite show or film you have worked on in your career?
Favorite show? Oh, that's hard. That's like picking a favorite recipe or a favorite child. That's impossible. Come on. That's so hard. I have such memories for every show that I've done. Truly, every show. I mean, Saved by the Bell, of course, it was all through my teen years, and 90210 was in my early 20s, and then like White Collar was like, got married and got pregnant. Had my daughter in the first part of that show, so I have special memories for all of them. It's hard to pick just one. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we ship internationally, just so you know. So you people out there in other countries.
We do ship internationally. Wow, I'm so glad that you brought that up, honey. Especially that books are available at premiercollectibles.com/you're missing.
Oh,
I'm just having so much
you're
fun saying that.
hilarious.
Next question. We are all so addicted to our electronics and phones. What was your wake-up call to be more present in your lives? Let me say this. Yes, we are all addicted to our electronics and phones. I feel like the wake-up call was the moment where the idea sparked, when my wife yelled at me. However, oh, really?
You know,
However, we're not by any stretch of the word preachy or pushing. We are not
Or perfect.
at all. We
PPP.
are constantly trying to remind ourselves moderation, balance, teach our kids by example, and not be on the phone. We had dinner for Tiff's mom's birthday the other night at a restaurant, and I kid you not, for the
Every single
entire
person.
meal, every
kid,
child that was
and every parent too. Even the
in
parents
the
were on
restaurant
them.
was
Yeah.
on the phone the entire time.
Yeah.
And I was very proud of Harper because she leaned into me and she goes, Dad, those kids have been on the phone the whole time. And I was like, right? And look what they're missing out on.
Yeah.
Like we're telling funny stories, we're laughing, we're being silly.
Yep.
And none of that would have been heard if you were focused on,
Yep.
an electronic tablet. Good question.
What's another
Brady, I see you illustrated this book. It is so colorful and eye-catching. Thank you. Are you an artist, or was this a new adventure for you?
Can you imagine if this is the first time you've ever drawn? That would actually be quite impressive. But yes,
Very long story short, I got my degree, my Bachelor of Fine Arts, at a college in Nacogdoches, Texas, the oldest town in Texas, called Stephen F. Austin State University, Axe of Jacks. And I've always painted. When I was little and old enough to hold a pen, my dad, who was a landscape architect, sat me up on his desk
His drafting table.
and I drew. And my parents have always been very supportive. So I've always done art. I actually didn't decide until I was 30 to take the easy road to be an actor. That's when I started acting. I've always drawn. I have art shows at Nickelodeon Studios, and I draw. I do a illustrated journal every day
That
of
is
my
pretty
life. The day that my wife and I met, the day we got married, the day we have kids, everything. Even the day that I have to, go to the chiropractor. Anything in life is illustrated in this book. Really funny. We showed our Tiff and I's agent Brandy my daily journal, and I don't know if it scared her or if she was impressed. She was like, "Whoa, this is a lot." But I can't imagine not doing it. So I've always done art.
Yes.
Long answer to your awesome short question.
It's a great question, though. Why don't you talk about, since we're talking about that, talk about the medium that you used to make the art for the book.
The medium is, well done.
You're welcome.
Faber-Castell ink pen, brush pen, and the
So
whole
that was
book
all
is
the black.
right.
That was the black, right.
The-
The outlining.
Yes, and then the color is all done in watercolor.
But what was interesting is, remember at the very beginning, he went through quite a few different types.
Mediums, yeah. Oil
Using
pastel,
acrylics and all that.
marker and
I
color
was
pencil.
sold on watercolor from day one. You weren't,
Water-
you weren't sold on day one with the watercolor. but I
Yeah,
was.
because watercolor is hard. It's a hard thing to
Hard to
do.
stand the lines?
But I think for this particular book and story,
That's so
and
good.
it being the child's imagination and how everything's bright, vibrant, colorful, and festive, I think the watercolor looks,
Yeah.
again, at the risk of sounding like I'm
No.
tooting my horn,
It's beautiful.
I'm very pleased with how it turned out.
Cool.
Next question.
Let's see.
How do you two maintain such a good, happy relationship? I'll take this
Wine.
one. Ah! You beat me to the punch.
Just kidding. Laughter, of course.
My dad told me, "Son, you want to have a happy marriage? Just remember these two words. Yes, dear." And it's worked pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Next question.
I always like the ones that he does. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. All the different ways you say it.
There are a few ways to say it. Do you plan to write more children's books together?
Let's hope. I hope so.
I hope so,
Because
too.
we promised our daughter that she'd be in the next
Right.
one.
It all comes down to you guys
Mm-hmm.
seeing if you go to premiercollectibles.com/missing and you buy our book. Right? That's a good
Yes.
answer. Honest answer.
Yeah.
Thank you both for the reminder that we need to be present for life and our loved ones. What can we do as a whole and as a society in order to generate healthy use of technology?
I think it's moderation.
Awesome question.
Yeah, I think it's truly about moderation. Here's a neat little story. Some friends of ours, they actually have a basket by
At
the front door.
Yeah.
And it actually says "Be present," and they make everybody put their phones in the basket when they enter the house.
Which is a really good idea.
Which is, it's interesting. I think there's certain times definitely that is a great, awesome idea. We've been able to really kind of keep it to a place where we know that we have moments that we can
Sorry.
be without our phones.
Just
You know what
let
I
our
mean?
secret.
I
I
So we
think
try to, we just try to have a balance of it all.
yes.
So,
I guess kind of a really easy way to do it is that when your kids are playing and being active and you're all together, then don't be on your phone. When the
Yeah.
kids go to bed, look at your phone. Or whenever you're
and again, we're
not having family time.
yeah. I think family time is important. Not that work's not important too. And you should always show that your kids, that you're working hard. And I think it's just it's a balance. What you writing there?
I am doing a
Oh.
little special something something.
Oh, look at that. Someone's going
For
to get
somebody.
a very cool little illustration.
I don't know if, well, the book comes out tomorrow, but there's a very fun animal that is in the book, and I'm drawing that animal, but I don't want to show you that animal because then it would give part of the book away.
No, you can show it. Come on.
I don't know, babe. I don't know.
Yeah. I can promise you're not going to get any drawings out of me. Look at that. Is he tooting?
You know what? I think you should. No, that's him running. Is he tooting? Come on. I mean, that's a me joke. You know what? I think that my wife should draw something in one of these pages.
That would diminish the value
No
of the
way,
book.
it'd be awesome.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be good.
So somebody's gonna get a happy rhino.
A happy
That's
rhino.
not tooting.
That's tooting.
All right. I'm
All
gonna grab
right.
a new pen.
You're gonna grab a new pen. This one right
Yeah.
there.
Right here. I think I read somewhere you all raise chickens.
We do.
7 of them.
Yep.
Do you have a lot of animals in
Yeah.
your life and
We do.
a
We have
favorite pet?
We have 7 chickens, 3 dogs, a frog, and 2 fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it keeps us busy. Chickens are easy. Chickens are like cats. If they have
Yep.
food and water, you're golden. I don't know if I could say that I have a favorite pet.
I can't.
Bo.
There's
Bo
no
is
way.
definitely my favorite pet.
Oh my
I will
gosh, you
totally
totally
say
said
that
that.
Bo is my favorite
Yeah.
pet.
Bo was
Bo's
not,
like the most
Bo was not the
chill-
dog that you originally were.
We always rescue our dogs.
We do. We're big rescue people.
We have 2 small dogs that are awesome. Bo's more awesome. And then we have a Great Dane that we rescued. Her nickname is Hurricane Maggie because whatever room she goes into, she destroys stuff unintentionally, but her tail will knock something off.
It's kind of like you, honey, because you're so big. You walk into a room and it's just like. You're like the rhino. That's where the rhino came from. Now I know. Just kidding.
No, it's funny.
Do you think either of your children will one day go into acting? Oh gosh. I mean,
Well, it is
as
an
of
easy
right
road.
now,
No frustrations, no heartbreak.
no rejection. As of right now, they're so young and they haven't talked about any interest in it.
We have discussed this, in all honesty, since we both do it, and we came up with basically, if they show interest on their own, then we will be supportive, but we're not going to push them into anything.
Yeah, we want them to be kids.
Yeah, especially child actors.
Thanks. I got that. Wink, wink.
Totally
I
kidding.
understand.
You both look so young and healthy.
Well, who are you? But
Who
thank
is
you
this?
very much.
Anonymous.
They're gonna get a special one.
You're the best.
They're gonna get. I don't know.
Is
what
there a
they're gonna get.
particular diet or exercise regime you adhere to? I'll say this. Our gym membership just jumped up to $2,000, so I
Are you
quit.
really gonna talk about this?
And now here's what I do. I run 3 miles one day and do 60 or 70 push-ups the other day. And I feel like I'm in better shape than when I was even at the gym giving them $2,000 a year.
You sound so much like your father right now.
By the way, I didn't mention my dad's name earlier during Good Morning America, and that's the only thing he wanted me to do. And I know my dad doesn't know how to do technology like this, so he'll never know. But I will say Pat Smith.
Pat
Smith.
I'm not as lucky as Brady to be 6'4" and tall and thin. I have to work really hard at it, and I have to eat really well, which is sort of what I try to do during the week. Eat very clean, go to the gym, work out, and then I have my little fun on the weekends.
Do you know that she pays $2,000 a year to go to the gym? Just throwing that out there. That was a great question. I especially liked the front part of that question with the young and healthy part. That was awesome. Thank you again. Do you think your kiddos will want to watch Saved by the Bell one day? I'll let you take that. We told this story.
We
like,
did.
yeah.
Harper has actually seen a few episodes of season 1 of Saved by the Bell. Holt has no interest. He's 3.
We're just hoping Holt doesn't poop in his pants at this point.
He does not poop in his pants. Why do you talk about poop so much?
You're the one who said the rhino farted a minute ago.
I
mean,
said
I didn't even bring
tooted.
poop up once.
I said tooted. Tooted is very different
He
than.
just started going to the bathroom by himself, and we were
No, honey, it's been
number
months
2.
now.
Number 2.
Are we really going to talk about this? Are
We're
we
very
really
happy
going to
that
talk
he-
about this
that
right
he
now?
goes number 2 by himself.
Please.
Will they watch Saved by the Bell one day? Harper's watched it. There's a little funny story. So, my wife had the cooking show called Dinner at Tiffany's, and Harper's been around TV shows and seen how everything works and stuff. But her first day of kindergarten, which was a few years ago, I guess some other kid was like, "Your mommy was an actor when she was a kid," and Harper was like, "No, she wasn't. What are you talking about? My mom's a cooker." That's what she called her, a cooker. And then when she came home, she was like, "Mom, were you on a show when you were young?" And Tiff was like, "I was." And she played the pilot of Saved by the Bell.
A lot of people don't know what the pilot means.
The first episode of Saved by the Bell. Now, I always use this analogy. Imagine a gerbil on a wheel, just hauling, right? And then all of a sudden that gerbil not only falls off the wheel, but tumbles and bounces around the gerbil cage a little bit. That's what young Harper Smith's mind did when she saw her mom in live action as a 14-year-old. Can you imagine that? Like, imagine seeing your parents as a 14-year-old kid living, breathing, talking, doing stuff. It still amazes me. I mean, we just have like grainy pictures of our parents, right?
That's true.
Harper saw you talking, kissing some dude. Still upset about that.
Yeah. How did you two meet? We were actually set up on a blind date. And his life has been forever
That's
changed for the
my
better.
joke. That's so, you stole my joke. When people my dad does this, and when people ask how long we've been married, I always say 14 years. The best 14 years
of her life. Yeah,
My dad does it with 50 years.
there you go. Honey.
How did you two meet? We just
did
answered
that.
that. Do you think that out of all the successful titles you've had that you would
Meaning
be
like
an
what
author?
that we would do. That we would, yeah.
Well, you're a second-time author,
I'm a second-time author.
which is awesome.
Which is
Her
crazy.
cookbook came out in October.
Crazy, crazy.
That's a great question. I guess I've never really thought about it that way, but I am super.
Well, I think you always thought you would, hopefully, one day. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
Your
but I
mom.
think again having it actually happen
Yeah.
is one thing, and I'm going to be more thrilled with being an author and how this turned out. Next question. We got a name.
Who's this?
Gregory Scott Forrest. Tiff, what is one lesson you can give if you have two small kids with two different personalities? We actually do have two small kids with different
isn't
personalities.
every kid with different personality? Yeah, I mean, but what's, let's see, one lesson you can give. A lesson. I mean,
Like advice. What
I
kind of?
know, but I think every kid's got a different personality.
I do too.
Gregory, I'm gonna apologize because I don't really understand the question.
I'm going to take this one.
You are?
Gregory, I think that
It did
if
say
you.
Tiff. It said Tiff.
No, I know. I suggest the kids that's nicer, just loving it more.
Oh, that's good. That's good advice. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's why it said Tiff.
I'm joking, of course. Tiffany, I have always thought you were so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
is that
New-
right,
new
Anonymous?
Best friend.
Is that right? You're going to talk about my. You are beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
We are the same age. What is your secret to staying so gorgeous? I also can answer this question.
Really?
This morning, for the first time, my wife put eye patches under me. And I don't know if it made a difference.
Yes, it
But
did.
she
But you know what? If you
Wears
don't want
eye
to wear them
patches, and
tomorrow,
obviously,
if you don't want to wear eye patches tomorrow, we'll see how they look.
how do my bags look? You can't see anything, can you?
Well,
So-
I'm going to answer that because it said Tiffany, but there's a lot of things. I'm happy. I think happy and trying not to be stressful too much and enjoying my life and loving my family definitely has a lot to do with it.
It's a great answer.
I also believe in drinking lots of water. I think water is the number one thing you could do for your body and your skin and everything else. Thank you, my dear.
Yep.
And, you know, I try to be, like I said, I try to be good and take care of my body and eat nutritious things. And so I have a little chocolate and wine on the weekend and a little cheese.
As you
Right?
should.
As you should, right?
Moderation.
Moderation.
Next question. Do you plan on... Woo! I'll take this one. Do you plan on having any more children? The answer is no. I got a vasectomy.
Man, honey, it's amazing how much you're just putting it out there.
People get vasectomies? Okay, sorry.
I did.
I didn't get a vasectomy. We're going to have more kids. We're not. For Tiffany and Brady, who has inspired you the most in your lives, individually and as a couple? Wow.
Who has inspired you? Oh, most. I would.
Say
I mean,
parents.
my parents. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. My family, for sure. My grandmother too, though. My grandparents. My whole entire family.
Yeah.
But I would say probably more than ever right now is our children,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Our children probably
Well,
would
the
inspire
nice
me the
one.
most. You're terrible.
That was a good question.
That was a good
Definitely
question.
parents. I know this doesn't have to do with the book, but please... Oh, this is from Ashley in Mayville, Wisconsin. I know this doesn't have to do with the book, but please tell me you're coming back to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. Love your cookbook.
Oh, thanks, Ashley. I don't know if I'm coming back. I have to be invited, and I haven't been invited yet. But no, it was super fun. I loved
That was
it.
a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. I mean, who doesn't love Disney World? I mean, come on.
Next question is from Jody in Spokane, Washington. Whoa,
What is it? What do you love to do for fun as a family? I kind of like sort of.
Depends on the day, right?
Well, it depends on the day, but I think some of the things. Sorry, I dropped the pen. So some of the things that we love to do with the kids
Swim.
is swimming when it's warm, biking. We go hiking with the dogs a lot. We cook and bake. Brady, you know, we color a ton. Holt's really into Legos. Harper's into reading a ton right now.
We have in my studio, I bought this really big canvas, and I was just going to paint something over what I had painted because I didn't like what I had painted anymore. And as an artist, I was just changing it up. And Harper was like, hey, can I paint on that? And I was like, you know what? You can. I mean, this thing is like 3 Harpers tall, pretty much. And she did a painting that we are going to hang in our house. It's on both of our Instagrams.
Yeah, it's
So-
quite beautiful.
Just painting and drawing and coloring in the
We do a
studio
lot
is
of that.
so great.
We do. I mean, we get creative. We're at that really neat age where, you know, Holt likes to build forts and run around and pretend to be Darth Vader. You know, I mean,
Which makes me really happy.
stuff like that. A lot of pretend play. Harper's, like I said, you know, loves to cook with me.
I'm about to draw another rhino.
Why don't you do something different?
I'm
this
gonna
time?
mix it up. What do you want me to
something
draw?
Different.
I know what I'm gonna draw.
I don't know.
I'm going to draw my favorite animal on the planet.
Oh, there you go. That's a special one.
It's so special that I have to stretch my arm
Why
out.
don't you,
before
why
I
don't
do
you
it.
tell people what your favorite animal is?
Well, I'm about to show them.
Oh, all right.
Do, 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 do,
Donut,
do, do.
donut, donut. Donut, 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 donut,
Yes, they know
donut,
what my
donut,
favorite-
donut.
Our son, Holt, requests Jaws by John Williams, which makes me so happy.
He actually requests everything by John Williams because basically John Williams has done every big, massive movie.
Whenever I drive him to preschool, I always play John Williams soundtracks. So Indiana Jones,
pretty cool
Star
that he's 3
Wars,
years old and knows the
Jaws,
composer,
E.T.,
John Williams.
Superman. Awesome.
Yes.
Roll the windows down. Let Indiana Jones blast out of the car. It's fun.
This one's done movie. Are you going to show him? Did you show him already?
I think you just...
I didn't show it to him.
What's Your Best by Christy in Pulaski, Wisconsin. What is your best piece of parenting advice? This is my best piece of parenting advice. 2 words. Yes, dear. Always.
That's marriage advice. That's not parenting advice.
It's every advice.
No, it's not.
I think so.
There has to be a good balance between yes and no. I mean, you definitely say yes more than no.
I'm
but
a yes man.
You are a yes man.
Amanda in Farson, Wyoming. Hey, Tiff, do you think they will bring back white collar?
Sadly, no. But It was a favorite show of mine, a favorite time. We got to live here in New York.
We
okay,
moved
this one's
here
done.
when Harper.
Look what I did!
Somebody's going to
Someone's
get a
gonna
double
get a
Tiffany
double
sign. That's really funny.
That is hilarious. Baby, I left you a little space right there.
That's actually really funny.
Oh, that's funny.
White Collar was a really cool time in our lives because
It was super fun. And my husband was on the show.
I was on the
He
show.
got to be on the show.
I played a bad guy that was trying to kill Matt Bomer with a crossbow.
Yeah, you're evil. No one should be killing Matt Bomer. He deserves to
Matt
live a
Bomer's
very
too
long
pretty
time.
to be killed. He's like the best human being I've ever seen, besides you, of course.
Thank you.
See what I did? Brownie points. Man, White Collar was great, though. We moved here to New York, and Harper was 6 weeks old. Mm-hmm. Seems like forever ago.
No. All right, I think we're going to play a little game. Should we play the little game?
Sure.
22 questions. Let's do it real quick.
Okay.
I'll give you the first 11, and then you give me the last.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Do we time each other? I don't have a watch. All right. Okay.
Can
ready?
I read the questions?
No, I'm going to
Oh,
read
will
it.
we
You
be
have to answer it.
surprised?
Yeah, you have to answer it, the first 11.
Yes,
Okay,
dear.
Ready, set, go.
Go.
Who would you like to have dinner with, past or present?
Passed.
Which one, Games of Thrones or Stranger Things?
Games of Thrones, as long as it's not one of those.
It's 22
Games of
minutes?
Thrones.
Okay, got it. Favorite breakfast food?
Cereal.
Favorite, really? Favorite genre of music?
1970s era. The Eagles.
Okay. Your favorite, your idol growing up?
My idol growing up, Batman.
Okay. Favorite international cuisine?
Not good at food stuff.
Like Chinese, Mexican?
A
Like,
croissant.
Would be French. Okay.
That's
Anyways.
international. France is
French.
international.
I know, but you say French then.
Oh.
Favorite candy bar?
Heath Bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, I just learned something from
Heath.
you.
No. Oh, a Score bar. Remember Score?
I don't remember.
They're spelled
Score.
S-K-O-R.
No. Okay, we're moving on. Favorite season?
Fall. Right now, I love fall. Wait,
It's not
this
right
is
now.
spring.
That would be spring.
Spring's good too,
Okay,
but I like
you're
it when
not
it's
very
cold.
good at this game.
I changed
Your
my mind
favorite childhood memory?
a lot. Getting my just playing in the ditch,
Boy, I'm
catching
going to have like
turtles.
30 seconds to answer my questions. Anyways,
Catching turtles.
did you ever have an imaginary friend?
Yes, I still do. He's sitting right here. He's leaning on my chair right now.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Yes, great white shark. I drew it a second ago.
Yes. Okay, 12 on. Go.
Number 12. What is your go-to workout?
My easiest one is like my bike, my spin bike.
The one that we don't use, the Peloton?
The one you don't use.
What do you never leave home without?
Chapstick.
Do you have a favorite superhero?
Yes, Wonder Woman.
What is your favorite time of day?
Morning.
How much do you love your husband and how awesome is he?
That's not the question.
Right. Have you ever ridden in a hot air balloon?
Yes. My mother's 60th.
You have easy questions.
No, I just answered them the right way.
What is
Fast
your favorite?
And you go.
What is your favorite board game?
Favorite board game?
Board game. Monopoly.
No, it's the one with the
Categories.
buzzer and
Hungry Hungry Hippo.
Oh, jeez.
Taboo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is your favorite pizza topping?
Oh gosh, a little salty, a little savory. So like pepperoni with maybe a little honey. Yeah,
Ooh.
stuff like that.
That's good. I like that. Do you have a favorite teacher?
A favorite teacher?
Yeah, growing up or now?
No.
You don't have a favorite teacher?
I mean, I do. Actually, my teacher on the set of Saved by the Bell, his name was Sidney Sharon. Yes.
Didn't we bump into that dude?
No, we didn't. But
I remember his name popped up.
yeah, I've talked about him a lot.
Do you like movie popcorn with or without butter?
With, please.
Who's your favorite author? I was going to joke and you did it. You're the sweetest thing on the planet.
I am the sweetest.
Who has impacted you the most?
My children. Sorry, Brady.
That was fun. 22
Oh, was
more.
that it?
Yeah, that was it.
See?
You did good.
I don't think that was
Here's
2
your-
minutes, though,
here's your
buddy.
book.
All right, what else are we going to do? Let's see. Some more questions?
Yes, Christina in Elgin, Illinois. What was the best part of making this book? That's a great question. There's a lot of great parts of making the book. I think
it's
finishing
more
a-
the memory that the fact that we have this for our kids. That's what I felt about my cookbook too. It's like
Yeah,
something
like
to
getting
leave
it-
behind. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
getting it in the mail.
Yep.
I can say from a painting aspect, as an artist, you know, sitting down, having the idea, painting the page, and then
And then seeing it come to life. Yeah.
turning out the way you want it to.
Yeah.
Or being happily surprised
Mm-hmm.
by something because it wasn't the way that you imagined it. But we also, right now, that's kind of a big deal with our daughter. We try to tell her that there's happy accidents and sometimes things work out for the.
This is a good question for you right here. We have a couple more minutes. We have a couple more minutes until we're done, and we're going to finish, of course, a lot more books. But this is a good one for you
Do you
because you unwind by doing that.
right? Anonymous asks,
Yeah,
do
Anonymous.
you either one have a go-to book or movie to unwind?
Mm-hmm.
I do. The movie that relaxes me the most is Jaws.
And he's not joking.
I'm serious. I love Jaws.
Yeah.
And Goodfellas. I
Yeah.
can sit back and watch Goodfellas and just.
But you do watch Officer and a Gentleman quite often too.
I do like an Officer and Gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I don't do either to unwind. My unwinding is wine and a big charcuterie board. That's how Mama unwinds.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree with the charcuterie
Yeah.
board.
Let's see.
I'm more of a bourbon dude.
Oh, jeez. Okay. When you were younger, how did you know you wanted to be actors, or were your family supportive? Yeah.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if I ever knew, but I was given the opportunity through a family member, my uncle actually, and I fell in love with it pretty much from day one, and I never really looked back. I didn't know anything else. That was kind of my history with it, and I've stuck with it because I've been able to enjoy it. So.
I'll answer the question real quick and then we have to wrap up. I was a senior in college at a very small school in Texas, which was an awesome school. And I was getting my art degree at a 3-hour elective left. It was either ceramics, which was like 44 hours long, or acting, which was 30 minutes long. So I said, I'm going to be an actor. I ended up taking the class. I ended up appreciating the art, the craft of acting. I loved it. And I moved to LA by myself, didn't know anybody.
And met this woman.
And my very first guest star on a TV show, we were set up on a blind date.
Yep.
And the rest is history.
There we go.
I would like to say one more time that these are available at premiercollectibles.com/.
Yes. We're going to finish them too.
We're going to finish all these books.
We ship internationally, of
We
course.
do ship internationally.
We do.
But thank you guys. I hope
Thanks
that
for
you guys
having
get
us.
the book. I hope you love the book because we loved working on it. And
Yeah.
it's
And we hope it's just a little reminder to unplug at least a little bit every day to connect with the people that you love the most.
absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.